Hey y'all, hey, it is your girl, Coach Tuka, on this fine Thursday evening. How y'all feeling out there? How are y'all feeling today? All right, listen, got a word. Okay, first of all, I'm gonna be honest. I'm gonna tell the whole truth about a thing, all right? Your girl, I know it's Thursday, and I'm a productivity maven of stewarding my time well. I understand that I don't get these days back, so I got to use them wisely. But have you ever just woke up one day and you're not tired? I'm not tired. Let me be clear. I'm not sleepy. Okay, I just don't want to do it. I'm probably aging myself, right? I'm probably aging myself when I'm say what I'm about to say. Because I don't know if everybody is old enough to remember a show that used to come on. The name of the show was Rugrats, okay? And there was a character on there named Angelica who used to say, I got these responsibilities, okay? And have you just ever had a day where you're like, I don't want to do my adult responsibilities. Okay, hey y'all. I just don't know. But you know, because of the person I am, I plan a day. I have an idea of how the day is gonna go. I have a full intention, my plan, my strategy for how I'm gonna do the day. And as life will have it, you get up and you start the day, and it don't look nothing like that. It don't look nothing like your plan. So I'm in the midst of getting some new floors at my house, and been waiting. Today was the day. Okay, the gentleman I have already ordered him. He picks them up. He's supposed to come install today. He gets here. Hiccup. Okay, first glitch. The first glitch in the matrix was when my children did not wake up on time, and their buses have been running late. I think the bus drivers are all tired, so to take them to school, and it was just one thing after another. So by the time, I get dressed as normal, and I'm heading to the gym, and I have 5 miles in the books today. 5 miles should be an easy feat. Okay, we are doing our final long run this weekend. The big day, the big marathon day, is February 22nd. So we have one more really long run, and then we start to taper down in preparation for the actual race. So 5 miles should be easy, okay? Because I got 20 on Saturday. Rochelle is doing 26.2 again, okay? So I am doing 20, and I don't know. I might do more. I just got to see how I feel when I get out there, but I know for sure I'm doing 20. So anyway, I get to the gym. I don't want to do my 5 miles, which should be easy, okay? I don't want to do it now. Not that I'm not going to do it. That's not an option. The hardest part when you don't want to do it is getting in the door. So I get in the door. I get on the treadmill. It's a wrap from there. It's going to happen, but I don't want to do it. Not because I'm tired. I guess, want to be seven again. Okay. I just don't want to do it. So this is what I want to share with you, though. This is why I got to keep it 100. I'm not out here really trying to do this thing called life by myself. I am always going to keep me a little solid squad. Okay. I don't do this thing called life by myself. Every ounce, every measure of winning that I have ever done, what I have come and God has made absolutely clear to me is I'm not supposed to. I can't do it by myself. And I do remember there being like seasons in my life where I'm like, you can't depend on people. People will let you down. And I tried it. But when I did it, when I have tried to do this thing called life by myself, okay, those are the seasons, if I look back, where I was the most burned out, where I was the most overwhelmed, where I was questioning everything. Like, am I what I'm doing? Is it what I'm supposed to be doing? I don't know if I'm on the right track or not. So this is why I must keep a squad around me. So I got, I used to have just a quality circle of women, but now it's not even just women. I have some like great guy friends as well that keep me on track, but keep me grounded and keep me in check. And so I just want to encourage anybody who's out here, because my day took a dramatic turn. Okay. That person who wanted to be 7 again, who didn't want to do anything. I'm talking about from the moment I got home. So I realized my floors will have to wait until Tuesday, which I'm okay. And I got on the phone with a friend and Rochelle. So talking to my friend Rochelle about just running my running journey. I'm in a very unique place because I've been used to doing marathons a particular way, and I'm learning every single day that the person I used to be, I'm no longer that person. I did my first marathon in 2004, so I'm not new to organize long distance races, but I am new to doing them in this body. Okay, so I was doing it with a lot more weight on me. I used different strategies, and now my body is capable of doing things that it didn't used to do. And trying these new things and not going back to the person I used to be, I need my girl had to be like, girl, she has to remind me all the time, you're not the same woman. You don't got the same body. I know your legs are strong. She's like, I know because you on that Peloton dusting people left and right. You got stamina, you got endurance, like push. And she's like, don't go back. So anyway, I'm just saying that if you out here trying to do this thing by yourself, please don't. Because what my squad does for me is, first of all, they remind me that I'm human. So on the days that I'm being really, really hard on myself, they kind of, step in and remind me like, you really have done great today. And that's literally what happens. So for anybody who knows how I operate, I'm a planner. I'm thinking this by nature, but the real reason why I'm so organized with my time and I plan and I make lists is because it's how I am able to be productive and get things done. Because my natural personality style is this: talking to people, kicking on the phone, having a great time, going to parties, going to coffee dates with people. Like that's my jam, okay? Is what I love to do. And so a list lets me know I literally grade myself every day. And in my community, I teach my mentees to just pick what I call like a big three and just focus on like, these are the 3 things that I'm going to get done today. So after I got off the phone with Rochelle, I was on the phone with one of my mentees who she's not probably no longer a mentee. She's really become a friend. And so we're on the phone and I'm like, girl, I'm going to have to give myself today because I haven't done any of the things on my list. I have 4 top priority items that I needed to get done today. And I'm like, I have done 0. And at this point, I think it was probably like 4:30, 5 o'clock where I'm typically winding up the day. And she's like, girl, first of all, give yourself some grace. She's talking to me like I talk to my community. And I'm like, I talk to my mentees. And so she's telling me, give yourself some grace. Like, don't be so hard on yourself. And I'm like, okay. So I end up, I know like I got to do some of these things. So I can't just take the day off. But she just reminded me, like, if you have a day where you don't get it all done and it's not done perfectly, I know I teach this, but they reminded me, like, it's okay to not like 120 it on a day. It's not weak and you don't have to do all that to be, successful. Like it's what you do every single day, right? And so they remind me that to give myself grace, like I'm human, I'm not a robot, I'm not God, I'm not a machine. Some days I'm not going to get everything done, and that's okay. So I was so thankful for that conversation. And then the next thing my squad does for me is they hold me accountable. So I get off the phone with that friend and I go on Instagram, and another one of my coaches is having a co-working session. So she says, hey, we're having a co-working session. Hop on right now. Or I think we had an hour before we had to hop on. So listen, I said, well, let me get on in here. I register for that thing. So, just being around people like that when I'm not, like 100 on my goals, like I'm slipping on my goals. I'm making excuses because the truth is I wasn't tired. I just didn't want to do it. Okay. But they don't let me off the hook. So I get on this co-working session. And y'all, I'm telling you, the energy in the room, we're just going in these 25-minute blocks and we're breezing through and we getting it done. And so that's not like the reason I was able to do my 5 miles today is because I have a group of friends who I'm doing the running with, and they looking for my miles, right? So just having people around you that will hold you accountable and do it in a with love. Remind you, like, you might not feel like it right now, but remember how excited you were when you signed up to do this thing. Remember how excited you were when you launched this business, when you created this community, right? So you know, you not finna quit. You not. I know you ain't gonna quit. That's not an option. So just having people around me who gonna check me when I don't check me means everything. So you gotta have people around you like that. And when you by yourself, you gonna always give yourself a pass. See, when you by yourself and ain't nobody checking for you, you get to the gym and you'll have do it. You'll do it less than. No, I did that. I did them 5 miles according to the schedule. Okay, regardless of how I felt, it put fire under my butt to know I gotta screenshot this and send it, right? So when you have people around you that checking for you, okay, you are more inclined to do it. But when you by yourself, you gonna always think it's a good idea for you to take a break. You gonna be like, self, let's not do it today. And then self gonna be like, yes, girl, you deserve a break. Okay. So keep people around you that are gonna check you in a loving way. I'm not saying snap on you and make you feel unworthy or terrible, but that are gonna tell you like, hey, hold on, wait a minute, this is not what we doing, we win, right? Speaking of wins, I love the fact that my community are people who, when I win, they are excited about my win. So a lot of times, and this could be true for men, I can't speak for a man, but I know as a wife, a mom, as a woman, we do a lot, okay? And we do it with ease. Like, we over here doing this thing with this hand and this thing with that hand. And so sometimes we do things and it's awesome and phenomenal and wonderful. People are watching us and they see it, but we think it's nothing and we just keep it moving, right? We don't pause, we don't clap it up for ourselves. My squad now, they not about to do that. They're gonna be like, girl, you did that. They're gonna make me slow down and acknowledge, like, you're not where you used to be. You have come such a long way. So it's really important to have that in your life because it's easy to forget. And then if you do that, you're always looking, what's the next thing? What's the next thing? And you don't ever take a moment to think about how far you have come, right? The other thing is, I don't have to be the productivity. They keep me, like, I have places to be vulnerable. When you have a good solid community around you, babe, if you want to cry, if you just don't want no adult responsibilities, if you are tired, like, now it shouldn't be like this every day, but if you have a day where you're just like, baby, I'm not the strong friend, okay, having people around you where you can say, not today, I want to cry, I'm upset. I woke up this morning and just this lately there's been so much. I don't even watch the news, but lately there's just been so much. And this is why I don't watch the news, because when I do, what I see on the news affects me, like, deeply. Like when something happens to people, it hurts. It messes up my mood. It can put me in a funk if I'm not careful. So it's just best for me not to watch the news. But not even just the news. Like, people I know, I've gotten so many prayer requests. That stuff can get heavy sometimes. And if you're out here trying to, like, carry it by yourself, baby, that's gonna wear you out. All right. So you gotta have people around you that you can say, today I'm not the strong friend. I'm tired. They're gonna listen to you. They're not gonna judge you, right? The real we listen and don't judge, okay? They really are listening to you, and they remind you that, you know what, it's gonna be uncomfortable. Today when I was talking to Rochelle, the main thing I said to her, because we were talking back and forth, and I'm like, I hear everything you're saying, but if I'm being honest, this is all so uncomfortable. The whole thing is just uncomfortable, right? And so I'm pushing myself to new levels as a runner. If you imagine, I did my first full marathon in October of 2004. Take off some time, right? So I didn't run all 20 years. Like, I didn't run marathons the whole 20 years. But just this new version of myself, it is uncomfortable. If I like to run so I can get out of my head, and this new level of things that I'm doing, just trying to run at a consistent pace, run faster, run longer. I'm in my head. Some of the music I used to listen to that would kind of guide me with the rhythm. Okay, the trash music. I mean, it's impossible. I'm incapable of listening to it today. Like my heart, my soul, my God won't let me listen to it. So I got different things playing in my ear. It's just different strategies that I need to do this thing. And it's very uncomfortable. So you got to have people around you to say, you know what, this right now, I'm just going to be honest, it's uncomfortable. You got to have places where you're able to be the soft version of yourself. Don't feel like you weak. And the next thing I want to say is, this my squad. Like you gotta have people around you that when you don't got it, when you ain't got nothing left to give. If we're not careful, we can spend all our days giving, 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 and it's what we do is natural. Um, I just think about my kids, and I know y'all have experienced this. Their daddy could be sitting right here, and they will come and ask me, "Your father is right there. Your dad, it's his turn." But some days you have a day where you like, baby, I don't have it to give. And when I do, you gotta have people around you that say, you know what, let me pray for you, let me encourage you, just let me, just lift you up until you can kind of show up as yourself. So when you're around people like that, you're not gonna stay low for too long. You're not gonna stay down for too long. Like you're gonna be around people. So these kinds of people showed up for me all day long. So I'm proud to say I was able to do 3 of the 4 things on my list, which I'm gonna count it all joy because I teach my mentees to have their big 3. So I got my 3 top things done. There's one of the tasks that I wanted to get done and I didn't get done, and it's okay. I will do that thing tomorrow. I'm gonna go to bed on time tonight and get rest and show up and do my adult responsibilities. Okay. So I'm sharing this because I know the world promotes cutting people off. All right. The world promotes this person doesn't do what I think they should do. I'm through with them, and we cut people off. And so what happens is you look up, and I definitely believe that you should have criteria for who is the closest to you. Like you should be very wise about where you position people in your life. Jesus did that. Jesus had 12 disciples, but he had inner circle too, right? And so I think you should be selective about where you position people. But I want you to be hesitant to just try to do this thing by yourself. We're trying to do this thing alone. Sometimes it get rough, and some of us will go into our shell, right? We'll have no support, and what it's doing is the enemy is it's a playground for him. When you it's like getting jumped, okay, and you don't got nobody over there, which you for sure gonna get beat up. So you don't have to like do it all by yourself. If you want to win in life and be successful, you don't have to be Superwoman. You don't have to be Wonder Woman doing all the things for everybody. You really just need a solid squad of people who understand like what you're going through. I recall being on a coaching call recently, and one of my mentees was just sharing what she was sharing was it was a very vulnerable moment, and she was sharing that her workspace, because she's building a business, she said my workspace is just it's so cluttered. I got all these things in the drawers and paper stacked, and it's overwhelming. And when I come to the desk to work, I don't even know where to start to move the stuff, and so it's costing her uh, productivity. So it made her emotional when she was kind of sharing. And I know that it took courage. And I know it because I talked to her recently and she told me, I know it took courage for her to step up and say, I got this clutter that's messing with me. Honey, don't you know, as soon as she did, I promise you about 4 or 5 people in the chat was like, girl, I'm experiencing the same thing. So what the enemy would have you to believe is what you're experiencing, you're the only one. You're the only one going through that. You're the only one facing that. You're the only one it's happened to. You're the only one it's ever happened to. And there's nothing that you can do. But I promise you, when you share, people going to be like, girl, the same thing happened to me. All right. And so you just need people around you who understand what you're going through. So I do want to invite you though, if this is what you need, I got you. I build community. So I have a free community and I have an inner circle. So my free community is called the Ready Set Habits Wellness Community. And it's literally that. It's a place where you get the kind of support that keeps you encouraged. We are encouraging each other. We motivate each other. So you don't have to do it alone. Like, don't do it alone when you don't have to. So if you would like to hop in the free community, we're actually doing a challenge next week where we are designing our day together for 7 days. So I teach just a little training called Design Your Day. I'm going to drop that in the community, and we're going to actually do it together starting Monday, February the 3rd, from February the 7th. Because I'm a huge believer that if you don't plan a day, the day got plans for you. Okay. The world, life, the day, it got plans for you. So you have to command control of your time. So we're going to really work together next week to do that. If you want to hop on that, if you're on YouTube, you can go to readysethabits.com. If you're on Facebook, same thing, readysethabits.com. If you are on Instagram, you can just comment the word ready. It will come to you automatically. But if you're on YouTube and Facebook, just go to Ready Set Habits. There'll be a little pop-up sign up. You'll get your welcome email. And we start on Monday. So we'll do a live kickoff Monday night. But we'll kick this party off. We'll be together for a week and a week and beyond. Okay. So I just want to encourage, right? Don't be out here by yourself. The devil love it when you're alone. Though it's literally not biblical. There's a scripture that says like two are better than one, because if one fall down, with the other one pick them up. They don't have good return for their work. So we are supposed to be in community. It's God's intention for us. He designed us to be in community. All right. So that's it. That's all I got. I praise the Lord for my squad, okay? Because I promise you, I wouldn't have got nothing done today, and then I would have felt really, as coaching to me that I practice what I preach, okay? But I don't even know. I just didn't want to, okay? I just wanted to color in a coloring book all day. I really did, and my friends were like, "No, ma'am. Like, energy up, do this thing." So it's so important to literally have the right people around you. And then this is the other thing I want to tell you. Like when you put yourself in a circle of people, like it works both ways. So the person who encouraged me today that said, "You're doing good, like you're doing really well." Yesterday, she needed encouragement. So I encouraged her yesterday and she brought it right back to me today. Okay. And so I'm just saying, don't be all right by yourself, letting the devil play with you in the corner, beating you up, and you ain't got no friends. Okay. The devil is like that bully that you were in middle school with, that's waiting on you to come around the corner so they can fight you. You got to be ready. Okay. So you have to have people. We need each other. Okay. We got to. All right. So I absolutely love you guys to life. I will be back getting my YouTube popping, but I just want to encourage somebody today that you didn't cut off somebody. All right. And I don't know. You got to ask the Lord to give you discernment about where people should be placed in your life, but everybody ain't cut offable. Okay. Everybody ain't cut offable. Okay. You don't got to cut everybody off. You got to, and this is the thing. I'm going to say one last thing before I go. This is my third Baptist close. The easiest thing for us to do. So this is where we get in trouble. We're doing life with a group of people and we're angry with them because they're being who they have always been. Like your family, the way they're being, they've been that way. And you're like, I've changed. You should change. The hardest thing for you to do is to get to places where you've already been and change everybody. That's hard. Like they're not going to be ready just because you woke up and you're ready to do something different in your life. They're not going to be ready. And you have to give them grace because there was a season when you weren't ready. The easiest thing for you to do is to get around people who think like you now think, right? Going back, trying to transform everybody, baby, that's work. Okay. So what you do is you get in a community of people who think the way, who are similar to how you are now, that you've grown and you've evolved. You grow, you take yourself to the next level, and your example, you become what we call an exemplar. You become an example that the people around you, your family, your friends that you were trying to force the change can see. And they, after a while, they like, oh, she really is different. All right. Then they want to know what you're doing. All right. But when you're trying to snatch them and fuss at them, and, we use the example of a smoker. Somebody used to smoke and now they don't smoke and they want to talk about the smokers. Well, it was just you 6 years ago. So how dare I snap on the people who love Oreos just 6 years ago, just 5 years ago. Oreos had me in a chokehold, right? So the easiest thing to do is to surround yourself with people who think like you now think. Be an example for the people you love, and they will come alongside you, okay? Don't be trying to beat them over the head and drag them with you. Love them anyway, okay? All right. So I love y'all to life again. Don't forget, Design Your Day Challenge starts next week in the Ready Set Habits community. If you're not in there, hop on in. That's my free community. All right. I'm blessing people over there for the free. If you want to be in my inner circle, you can. And just send me a DM. I'll show you how to get there. But the Design Your Day Challenge doesn't cost a thing. Ready Set Habits doesn't cost a thing. Instagram, comment ready. And YouTube and Facebook, readysethabits.com is the site. I love y'all to life. I will see you guys tomorrow. Go to bed on time, drink your water, and have a great evening. Peace.